Hello, this is the first in a series of recordings for the perineum. And in this mini lecture, I'm going to be talking about the actual boundaries of the perineum, what is it, and then particularly the boundaries of the anal triangle, which is a component of the perineum. Alright, so the boundaries of the perineum. So first of all, what is it? It's a diamond-shaped region just below the pelvic cavity, or just inferior or external to the pelvic cavity. Alright, it is separated from the pelvic cavity by the pelvic diaphragm, or the levator ani, that group of muscles. Alright, the boundaries are listed here, but I'll show you an image, and it's this perineal region is divided into two major areas, or two triangles. So if you look at this diagram here, you can see the diamond shaped in figure A above, and how that diamond is, if you took the center point, you create two triangles. The anal triangle is the one we're going to talk about, and then there's the urogenital triangle, which I'll talk about in another recording. The figure 5.17 shows you where the sacrum is approximately, and sort of gives you a sense of where we're talking about for this for the perineal region. Alright, so the boundaries and contents of the anal triangle. So contents, anal canal, which we talked about in GI, so you may want to just review that. The anal orifice, the anus, and the ischial-anal fossa. And really, the ischial-anal fossa is the only thing that I'll be talking about, because the rest is familiar to you, or has been introduced anyhow. The ischial-anal fossa is, again, within that anal triangle, and it is a deep recess on either side of the anal canal. So there are two ischial-anal fossae, all right, one on either side of the anal canal. And basically, the contents within this fossa is fat, tons and tons and tons of fat. All right, but there are a couple of important neurovascular structures inside. So if we look here in the male on the figure on the left, you can see the two red circles on the figure on the left. What they've done is they've actually dug out all the fat that's within that ischial-anal fossa. So you can see that it's this pyramid-shaped recess on either side of the anal canal. And if you think about it, if that pelvic diaphragm is sort of like a bowl, you could see how you'd get these two recesses on either side. Okay, the figure on the right shows you again with the red circles the ischial-anal fossa, and it also shows you with the circle on the left side of plate 392, you can see the pudendal canal running along the lateral aspect of that ischial-anal fossa. Now there are a number of important branches that come off of that pudendal vein, artery, and nerve, which are running inside the ischial-anal fossa. The first one, which is indicated by the circle on the right side of plate 392, is the inferior rectal vein, artery, and nerve. It's running through the ischial-anal fossa to get to the external anal canal. Other important structures. So again, you can see the blue arrows are pointing to that inferior rectal vein, artery, and nerve. Other important structures, the perineal artery, vein, and nerve, are also running just for a very short period of time in the anterior aspect of the ischial-anal fossa before it goes towards the perineal structures. And then finally, there are cutaneous nerves that are running to get to the skin around the anal triangle. So that's just a very brief overview of the anal triangle. The key is the ischial-anal fossa, and of course the anal canal, but you've talked about that in the GI module.